Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Shotgun formation here on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Fox. Tackle is made. That's good for a first down to the 47. And the Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game. A chance to get him off the field. But instead, this...
It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch. A big gain.
Completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the Trojans pick up enough for a first down here. Handing off on the draw play. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great job by this defense, backed up deep in their own territory inside the red zone, but they get penetration to come up with a loss there.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Trojans will line up now. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line, and they finish it off here on second and goal. Tight end goes in motion. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
He's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. He pulls it in for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. Trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on third down and 8. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Tackle after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 7, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Falls incomplete, but a flag on the play. Let's see who this is on. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Third down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Looking for 6. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. We're going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
Receiver makes the grab. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Trojans hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Caught for the completion. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. On the run here, lets it go. Complete to the running back in this 4th down play.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's caught. Touchdown, SC. Here comes the point after attempt. He's missed the PAT. Wow. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
USC 13, Ohio State 0.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Ohio State offense will take over 1st and
10. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. That's good for a first down near the 40.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
First down. They're going to throw the football. It's a short completion of the tight end. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Off the play fake on first down. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Extending the play now. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game, all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He flips it to the back across the middle. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Got pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. It looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Got space looking for the end zone here. And they're just able to get him down at the 1. So close.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry up. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. USC offense back on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. And looking to throw now on first down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
On first and 10, looking to throw. And he slings this pass over the middle. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. And the completion made. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. It's an out route, the catch made. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
He knocks this one right through. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Receiver makes the catch. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. Buckeyes will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Important second down play coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
Quick throw over the middle. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Look back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Makes the catch. It's Fox. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Trojans with 1st and 10 here. The RPO caught to the right. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job here by the defense of sniffing out this screen. You can see the defensive linemen, the linebackers, everybody running to that running back. Because of that team pursuit, it's a big loss for the defense.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense could do this time. They're going to pull it down and run. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. Handoff from the shotgun. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern California.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Ohio State, set.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Powers through. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Looks to the left for a quick throw. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Defense creates a big turnover, and that'll end the quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USC 26, Ohio State 7.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll run it here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And now it's fumbled. What a decision. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Hit as he gets the pass away. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, USC. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And here comes a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Buckeyes. It was a foot race and he won it.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Point after, not right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
33, Ohio State, 14.
This one will be fair caught. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. And it's complete downfield. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's escaping the pocket now. There's a wide open receiver complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Bringing pressure. Got him. He's sacked.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
A sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Gain of 4. 3rd down coming up.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. And that's the 2-minute warning for this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff to the back. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The pass rush closing in. And this pass is on target, caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a strong stiff arm.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of